217 Recovery Podcast.
If you don't make mistakes, you won't learn.
With your host, Corey Winfield.
You know how fish is bad is you can't put it on pizza.
And special guests, Corey Smoker.
I don't want to hear the here over here, but then I know what you're skipping down the street over there doing, you know?
And Mitchell O'Brien.
I think to introduce people, we should tell them a little bit about ourselves.
Got your ass.
It is the 13th of September, 2024. My name's Corey Winfield.
And I'm Corey Smoker.
And I'm Mitchell O'Brien.
Got your ass. Yeah, if people listening for the first time are probably like, what is this again? They're talking about pizza and all kinds of stuff.
Got both your asses.
Yeah, got everybody's asses now. No, we're a recovery podcast. I started back in 2019, and I was in sober living, and I was on the radio for quite a while of my life, and it was something that I needed to do to kind of do something. And it was very freeing for me to do a podcast and say, I'm a person in recovery. That's the first time I had ever really done that. Before I would go to meetings like, I'm Corey, I'm an alcoholic. But when I changed that mindset of it, it really kind of did change it all. And by starting a podcast and telling all 8 people that listen, I'm in recovery, it was freeing. I had hidden it for so long, and I was so ashamed of telling people that I had a problem with alcohol. Everybody likes to be in control of it. Everybody likes to have that everything in their life just everything's perfect. And of course, we know nobody's perfect. But yet we like to hide behind that facade of like, well, I have a house and I have a car and I have a job, but I'm drinking myself to death and my family hates me, and like the stuff that really goes on. And they don't hate me for being me. Or maybe they do, but they hated me for when I drank because I became a totally different person. And so the podcast was started, and I don't know, 5 years later, here we are. And 217 Recovery is a recovery community organization based in Traverse City, Michigan. We help people multiple ways. Like, we do so many things I forget.
Yeah.
Like when I was talking at the fan thing the other day, and they're like, what else do you do? And I was like, we take people to treatment. We do this. We do recovery coaching.
I wanted to be, it was like sitting in the back and I wanted to be like, recovery meetings.
Yeah, we do recovery meetings. They just
Recovery
forget about
coaching.
that. Yeah, recovery-friendly workforce training.
Monthly events.
Yeah, monthly events. Yeah, we do that too,
Narcan training.
Narcan training,
Yeah.
But it's a lot, man. There's a lot that we do, and there's another person in town that claims to be an RCO, but they're not a recovery community organization, and it's just very funny how they'll go out and they'll be like, we do this, and it just like, it just makes me throw up in my mouth a little. And I don't want to be that person that's going around bragging about, we do all of this. I just want to be like, well, come see what we do. Let's just do it and move on. Like, I want to do 80 other things too. So, especially with people with gambling disorders, like those people just get shit on. I was reading yesterday this report from 2014, and they had like surveys and stuff about how people are doing and this and that from 2003, 2001. I'm pretty sure that was before online betting.
Yeah.
There was no bettors now, or what is the name of the daily? I don't even remember. There's like 80 of them where you can bet on games right now. Here's your parlay. And those weren't even around then. And that's the last time they did a survey. And then in 2014, there was a research thing conducted about if there needs to be more help for people with gambling disorder. And I read the whole thing. And at the end, it was, hell yeah, we need inpatient treatment. Here's the people that said they would go. Here's that need outpatient. We need more treatment. Guess what? There hasn't been one thing done about that. Thanks, Whitmer. Mm-hmm. I'm blaming her.
I don't think you realize either just like where we don't realize how much alcohol is just around or social daily acceptance. You don't really realize how much the gambling is just there. And all the things that go along with the gambling, right? It's like when I think of gambling, I'm like casino. But then I think, and then like you're bringing it up, and it's like our fantasy football.
Yeah, that's gambling.
you want to bet on this on what is it? MGM. I can't think of it right now.
There's Bet MGM, but then there's another one. I keep forgetting the name of it. Score Kings or
DraftKings.
DraftKings.
Yeah, but it's every commercial. You try to watch a football game. Good luck.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? And for me, being where I'm at in my recovery, I can see a beer commercial and be like, whatever. But for someone who's going right through it, and I didn't watch TV for a long time when I was in early recovery. I just thought it was a waste. I wasted so much of my time sitting on the couch watching dumbass shows anyway. I wanted to be doing something productive. I'd rather go to a meeting than sit there and watch TV. I'd watch a movie every once in a while, but that's different. But I mean, can you imagine sitting there and having that compulsion to go gamble and you're trying to watch a game? That would be tough,
Yeah.
and fantasy football is something I kind of look at like, all right, we tried doing a free league once, and after the first week, somebody loses, they drop all their players, and then they stop playing, and it's just no fun. But if there's a little bit something on the line, then it kind of makes somebody go, okay, well, I'll put my team together, and it's a one-time buy-in. We're not like betting on what the top 3 players are this week, and will Aaron Rodgers throw for 2 touchdowns and run for 10 yards, and like all these parlays that are set up for you to lose. Like they run these things through AI and algorithms. What are they called?
Algorithms.
There you go. That's what I said. I just wanted you to correct me. And dilapidated. But they do. They run those through there to find out what is not going to happen. And then they put those out there for you, and you think, well, I'm smarter than that. I'm better than this. I'm a pro at this. I know this. And you have this false sense of, I don't even know what it's called, but you have this false sense that you are going to win. And it is a game of skill. And because you're smarter than everybody else, you're going to get this and you're going to make it right. And it's set up for you to lose. Like you have to understand that when you go into it, and they don't tell you that. They don't tell you all the things that if they were like, if they came in here and sat down and said, look, guys, I got to bet that you can't, they have their little puppet people that they pay millions of dollars to tell you, oh, here's your parlay of the week. This is a lock. And they start throwing out these numbers. Man, that sounds good, doesn't it? But if you actually had those other people come in and go, now here's how we did that. And here's how we picked Aaron Rodgers to throw for those 2 touchdowns and the 10 yards, because he's never run for 10 yards. And 10, well, at least in 5 years, 10, he's thrown 2 touchdowns. And like they'll break it down, and then they'll show you the computer system that they use to run all these numbers for you to lose. Would you bet money on that?
No.
Absolutely not. And that's the same thing as bringing a liquor store company in to tell me how alcohol destroys my liver. Would I want to drink that liquor at first? No. Do they tell me how addiction works? No. And, the pharmaceutical companies, they keep getting money, and oh, here's the problem. Oh, wait, hold on. We'll make the solution, but you got to pay us billions. Okay. We're over here making trillions. That's fine.
And we're going to make it more addictive.
Yep. Get this one because this will get you off this other one. And then it's that's how they kind of, and they tried to push it off as, well, we told people to take as prescribed. I think where they messed up is they didn't say it was addicting, but alcohol, it doesn't say on the bottle that it's addicting.
No.
It's addictive. Not that I know of. And if it did, they put it in a good spot because it wasn't by the cap where I opened, and it wasn't at the bottom. I don't know, it wasn't.
Where I was
where I
looking?
check. Yep, the bottom, and how much we got left. But it doesn't tell you that. So I mean, why would the pills have to tell you that then? But alcohol and the gambling are just right there, hand in hand. I was on the site, like I said earlier, and it was like, gamble responsibly, and they wanted you to click this thing in problem gambling, and the way they put it on you, it's you're not gambling responsibly, like here's how you do it. What? Drink responsibly. Alcohol companies, drink responsibly. You're not drinking responsibly. And sure, there are people out there that can go have a beer with dinner. Yeah, I can play fantasy football once a year. So I'm not saying that all people should never drink again, but it's a very slippery slope for someone like me who was going through depression and all these other things that I was trying to hide. And as a man, I'm not supposed to have a therapist. Mm-hmm. Depression, this is how uneducated I was. I've talked about this before. Mm-hmm. Depression, that's something women get. Uneducated, Yeah. You can call me stupid.
But I don't think it's just not even being uneducated. I think it's a stigma of how some of us, even how the society was raised. Like, men don't show emotions, men don't cry in public, and women are the only ones that have depression and anxiety. And men, you just supposed to buck up and deal with it. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of it too is just how the education of society as well, right? I think it's becoming bigger and more, which is amazing for all of us that have,
I talk about this a lot in groups and meetings that I run. That was a big deal for me. Was I was raised, and it's in society, and it's in media, and it's everywhere. And boys don't cry. I'll give you a reason to cry. That situation. And so, what do? Yeah, you buck up and you deal with it. And everybody has a bad day and goes to the bar. Oh, okay, that's what I'll do then.
Yeah, let's go to the bar. That sounds like a good idea. I need to feel better.
Yep. And then eventually it's like, oh, well, I don't want to be drinking and driving, so I'll just pick something up and go home. Mm-hmm. And then you pick something up and go home, and then in a couple months that something isn't working as well, so you start upgrading heavier, stronger and stronger and stronger, and then you're isolating, and it's just a giant snowball.
Yeah, it is. And I just feel bad for those gambling people, man, because they just got nothing. And like I said, I'm going to put it on Whitmer. Oh! Yep. Because she's the one supposed to be in charge of this, right? And she's the one that allowed all this online betting to happen in Michigan. It was on her watch. So it's on you, witness.
Well, it's kind of like what
Big Gretch. When you do a little something.
It's kind of like what I
she's
just
on her
said,
way out.
though.
She doesn't care.
Yeah, she's going to be on her boat in Torch Lake in no time.
Felicia.
But
I hope your daughters don't have a gambling problem ever.
the gambling thing's
I mean
becoming...
that. I hope they don't. I hope they never have addiction issues either. Really, I don't wish that on anybody. Corey's looking at me being sarcastic. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I don't want anybody to go through this.
true.
I don't want my son to go through it either. Corey's still looking at me all weird. What is going on?
I'm not looking at you weird. Sometimes they assume all black people are from African America.
Can you explain that comment?
It's like a brand. He just hits it over and over again. It's like...
Just got burned.
I played that on the Recovery Dads podcast, but you can explain that comment there.
Was tired, and it was after this long day of learning and being interrupted with people behind me in a class. I was a little frustrated, and I just stumbled over my words and got them all completely backwards.
Well, and it's a testament to who she is as a person and everyone that went to what she's talking about.
Because
Because
diversity training is what I believe what it was.
some people that went to these actually worked and networked and were tired at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Some people went on canoe rides.
Oh, whoa. Wow. That's true. Some did.
So-
But you were explaining that in the podcast we did. I think it was called Live from Jackson, something like that. If you want to listen to the whole episode in its entirety, feel free. But you were explaining this diversity training and stuff that you had and why people, from certain different parts of America and the earth
For the whole country.
or fake countries.
Yes.
Yeah, and you kind of got lost there, and you said a word or a sentence that was funny, that I thought was funny.
Sometimes they assume all black people are from African America.
Yep.
What you were trying to say was this gentleman, I think that was there, was actually from Ireland,
Yes.
but he had brown skin,
Yes.
and he didn't like the fact that people just assumed he was African American, because to him, he's not African American.
Yes.
He's Irish. And, so just seeing somebody go, oh, that black person, he must be African American, or if someone, say they're coming here from Ireland or England or wherever, and they have to check a box, like, what do they check? English, or do they have to check African American? It's a whole thing, but we kind of talk about that and get into more detail about stuff like that.
Well, obviously they would have to hit other and then put in Obviously. Ireland. African Ireland. Yeah.
Why would they have to do that? They're just from Ireland.
Well, no, because you've got African America here, and you've got African Ireland there, and then
How do you
there's
know they're
African
from-
England.
How do you know?
Well, no, I'm saying if they had to circle the box like you were saying, yeah, you hit other, and then you can write in what you are.
Why would they have to write African in?
Because I thought that was the new thing. The whole countries and all that.
No.
Or Or continents. We haven't really talked about continents in this whole conversation yet.
Corey Smoker.
I don't
African
like.
Russian.
I don't like the side of the internet this is going to.
Uh-oh.
I live there.
Yes, you do. So Corey Smoker pointed out today is also Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
You guys gonna watch Friday the 13th tonight?
No, but I wish I should have planned earlier.
Why?
I don't know. Something in Justin's car while he's driving.
That would have been good.
Climbed in the back seat.
That's just rude. You should never prank Justin by putting anything on his car.
Especially if it's a company car. You can put it in his personal car. I don't care what you do with that.
Nobody here would do that ever.
No.
Nope.
Nope. Never happened once.
No. You guys want to hear some fun stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we make a promo video of something funny soon?
Yeah, we'll get right on that.
Okay. When we're not busy.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe in December. No, because we'll be busy then too. One day though, we will. Hopefully.
We have some on the books that we need to do, but we just been so busy.
I know.
Maybe one day I can make it onto the TV out front too.
Whoa. Maybe if you
called
get your
out.
recovery coach training.
Hey, I'm waiting for them now.
There you go. Just keep waiting.
Okay.
All right, so I'll play some audio for you. This will be a fun game. Mitch, you kind of heard it already, but
I tried not to.
so you're going to definitely go second on this one. But Corey, I want you to identify what this is and what is happening. So there's two things you need to identify, okay?
What it is and what's happening?
Yep. You ready?
I'm not sure.
All right,
Yeah.
here we go. Okay. What is it and what's happening? Corey Smoker, if you get this correct, you will win 3 days off. Paid. I don't have any theme music, so what's your guess?
Is this someone getting off having sex?
That's the trap. That's what he wanted you to think.
It is.
Oh, it is?
Well, sort of. What is it? I guess maybe who is it? Or what?
We're really going to put me on.
What side of the internet don't you want to go to?
Mitch's side of the internet.
now. We here.
Welcome.
Nah. That is Shannon Sharp from ESPN. See, what happened was he, and the stuff was really funny, but he went live on Instagram Live. And I guess he said he'd never been on Instagram Live, but he had his phone and walked into the room where the lady's name is Michelle, because he was like, "Ooh, yeah, that Michelle. That my Michelle. Oh, yeah, that my Michelle." And he started going into graphic details of where he was putting his thing. And so, like, all the Michelles in his life was like, nope, wasn't me. And there was a lady who used to work with named Michelle. She's like, that was not me. And then there's another lady, which obviously wouldn't be her because she has like a protective order against him that used to work with him.
I see why.
Like, it wasn't me either. Clearly. But no, he took his phone, and I guess he threw it on the bed, but when he hit Instagram or whatever he was on, he accidentally hit the live and threw his phone down. So like the video is like of the roof or like the ceiling fan or something.
And him breathing like a bad bear dog.
I'll start doing that. Like, hey, Marnie,
She will tell you to get off of her in a way.
I'm a bear.
Not all of them feel that way.
Do you hear this guy over here? This is,
He's on his own thing.
Not all of them feel that way, yeah. Apparently Michelle there, she liked it. But yeah, so that was kind of funny. And then his because he's got 2 phones, because you got to have 2 phones, I guess. One for the family, one for the fun, right?
Well, that's not true because I have 2 phones.
One's for the family and one's for work, which is fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true. But so
well, not that kind of fun though.
Right, true.
he says he was doing that, and I guess the comments and stuff that people were putting on there were like, "Ooh, Unc, what are you doing?" And like, just you killed that bish. Unc getting that bish or something. And I don't know, it was pretty comical, the stuff, because people call him Unc. And so his agent or whoever is calling his other phone, and like people are like, "Oh man, they blowing his phone up, like someone trying to tell Unc," and he didn't answer it. And then finally he does, and they're like, "Hey man, you're live on Instagram." He's like, "I ain't on no Instagram live." And they're like, no, yeah, you are." And he's like, "Man, what are you talking about? People are saying they're hearing you." "Man, what they say they hear me doing?" And he was like, "Having sex." And then he's like, "That's when I realized." Like, and I had that oh shit moment of oops. And so his agent or publicist or whoever it was got on right away and were like, "Been hacked." And then he had to clear that up. And he was like, "No, I wasn't hacked." He was like, "I'm just a healthy man having relations."
Didn't sound like it to me. It also didn't sound like his partner was necessarily willing to be there.
Somebody
like
checking the house to see if he let her out of the cage or.
Some of them like that too.
Can we please get out of the corner of internet that Mitch lives in? I don't like. He's my coworker. I don't want to know anymore.
You're gonna be up at the front desk and you're just gonna hear.
I talk a
I'm
lot
not going to
of
be
shit.
left alone here with him.
Oh, Jesus.
Especially, I helped him and saved money. And now he's going to spend that in the dark corner of the webs.
More money for me to look at stuff.
That's old
Help.
Mitchell. That's old Mitchell.
So I guess he had to call his kids and stuff and apologize. I don't know if he's married or not. I mean, I would assume he's not.
You what? Not after that.
But like his kids and stuff and his sister, he's like, I had to call them and apologize. And he's got a brother named Shannon Sharp or Sterling Sharp who used to play in the NFL too. He didn't say he called him or nothing, but it seemed like he had some legal troubles not too long ago. But
Werewolf.
he was
I was thinking dog man.
he was a tight end. Maybe that was
I thought you were going to end up telling us it was like a pig snoring or something like that.
No. Dark places he goes. Some women like that too, Mitch.
Jesse, if you're listening, I need help.
Too late, Jesse.
No. This is a workplace.
Nah, but that was pretty crazy. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. But then I thought, man, he did that as a stunt. Because he had Cat Williams on, and that was all stunt. And that Cat Williams comedy show was horrible. If you ever bought tickets to that, don't go. Just eat the money because you're going to waste your time too. It's horrible. You went to see him too, right?
I tried telling you.
Yeah. It was horrible.
And you're like, I'm front row.
Yeah.
I was like, well,
how I roll.
I was up in the balcony smushed with Jesse, but I'll tell you what, it did. Brought out the folks, and they were dressed to the nines.
Mm-hmm.
The folks? Mm-hmm. Which ones?
Cat Williams folks.
African America folks.
Oh,
Obviously. I'm going to be assassinated.
No, but Cat Williams was horrible. But he had him on, and Cat Williams was doing his little rant about, oh, I this and that, blah, blah, blah. Watch, I'm going to spill the beans and everybody. Whatever. He didn't do nothing. He doesn't have nothing. It was all a hoax. And it was huge for Shannon Sharp's little podcast, and it like blew his numbers up, and like so many people watched it and this and that. And then obviously he comes back to reality because, I mean, he's Shannon Sharp. I mean, he talks about football. That's cool, whatever. But he needed something to kind of boost that up again. And it's like, what would be better than that? Oh, we could do this. We'll do this Instagram live thing, and then people will see it, and they'll think I'm having sex, and everybody will be talking about me. And guess what? Everybody was talking about them.
Yeah,
So
that's how it goes.
But
we're gonna need you and Justin Mitchell to do a little Instagram live
Okay.
for White Nux podcast.
Yeah.
So I think it'd really help you guys like blow
Oh, yeah.
up.
I'm on it. I just got to leave
I can do the background noise.
It's about 3:00 in the afternoon. I'll leave my recorder on. We'll get some snoring. It'll be easy.
Justin snores
Yeah.
as he sleeps. No, he was taking a little nappy nap at work, and I think Marnie was like, "Why would you put that out there?" But Justin was sleeping at work. It makes us look bad. I'm like, "Well, the guy. I mean, we don't really get breaks.
Yeah.
You know, it's like in a normal job. You get a 15-minute, 30-minute break. I mean, that's kind of what it was. You know, if you want to take a break during the day, like most people do, then take a break. You know, and a lot of people go to their desks and sleep while they're on break. Some people go outside and smoke cigarettes. You know, it's like, do what you need to do. But it was funny that Corey Smoker recorded Justin sleeping at his desk, and then I put it on Facebook. So I thought it was kind of cute, and I did a little Jewel.
You just ratted me out.
Did a
He did
song.
not know it was
Oh,
me. He
probably
thought it was
did.
Probably didn't until Mitch told him it was, but the process of
Mitch
elimination.
told him it was you.
No, it
No.
didn't. No, what happened was
You know what? We're done.
what happened was
Oh, maybe you deserve to have your
He goes-
Adobe account shut off for a day.
it's already back on. He goes, "You recorded me while I was sleeping?" And I was like, "Nope." He goes, "Winfield did?" He got this terror in his eyes. I was like, "Nope." And then he's like, "It was Smoker." And I was like, "Man, I just can't. I'm not going there with you."
Process of elimination. I think he figured it out.
Obviously,
Well, Mitchell wasn't even supposed to say anything that day.
I couldn't help it. There's so much pent up frustration.
But then when I put it out on Facebook, he saw it, and then he had to figure out why this happened. But Jewel she did a version of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, so I put that. I was going to put Justin's song on there, but then I was like, people aren't going to understand that.
No, but that song's amazing.
It is. I think I have it on the board still.
I don't think we can make every podcast that the three of us do together a Justin Roast podcast.
Oh, can we? Hey.
Justin's vocab, horror show, Freddy and Jason. Words tumble out, cats running from the basement. Granny's knitting, yarn unravel like a thriller. Folks dive in for cover, word blizzard chiller. He's saying got no nothing, grammar disaster. Stumbling over words, trip, fall faster.
You need a drop in there. You know how you did the dilapidated. You get a couple of them, but one of them has to be not shit.
Totally does not dick pic.
That shit.
Don't look at me with disappointment in your
I
eyes.
know. It doesn't ask Justin. I don't even remember what we were talking about. Shannon Sharp. Yeah. So anyway, don't go see Cat Williams either. I thought it was a stunt. Yeah, you guys do a stunt on your IG Live or something for White Knuckling It podcast.
Yeah.
So that's what we were going through there. Yeah, and we'll make some videos too soon. I'm going to make a video this weekend of making a bottle. I know you're looking at me like, "What? Are you stupid? You don't know how to make a bottle?"
Oh, I gotta get with Jesse. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
No,
need to.
forgot about our plan.
Recovery Dad's podcast. Did you listen to that one? No, she did not.
What was Justin's?
I don't know yet.
Oh.
That's what Justin said.
Oh,
But
yeah.
again, this isn't bash Justin when he's not
Oh,
here.
you guys are all making. You guys have some. Okay,
Yeah, 'cause-
I'll go back and listen to
Because
that.
on our outro, it's like, go to our website, recoverydads.com for videos and blah, blah, blah. And then there's no videos or anything. So
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, we need to make pages and start making videos. So I'm going to make a video
Making a bottle.
making a bottle. Was it pancakes?
Yeah, I think so. And because we're going to do how-to videos. And
Yeah.
you're like, I'm going to do a bottle and pancakes because Marnie loves the pancakes
Yep.
and the bottle for Parker.
Yep.
And then Justin, I don't think he had an answer. And then Jesse and I kind of looked at each other and I was like, and our video is going to be how to find drugs in your kid's room.
Yep.
So because
Cory
it's a
Smoker's
shared,
face looks
it's a shared,
disbelief, but-
thing that we've had to do. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mitch's kids
I'm
skipping
surprised
school,
he didn't want
smoking weed.
I'm surprised Jesse didn't say how to remove the door from the hinges.
oh, we could add that because
Yeah.
yours is 2, so we could add that. Yeah.
Yeah. You could do that. I mean, the more we can put on there, I think the more.
Okay, but now you guys I should take a picture and you should see how the door is now because now it's off the hinges, but yet we didn't think about the dogs going in there and what they might eat,
Well, there's
right?
a
And he's
history
already
of
had
that.
there's a
Yeah.
bad history of that. So now the door is like propped. Because usually you close it on the hinge. Mm-hmm. So now
Can't
it's
you
just
just put it back on the hinge?
oh no, she doesn't get that freedom.
Oh, okay.
You can always put a tent out in the yard, right? Or
No, not on 8th Street. They kind of frown on that.
do they?
Well, do they though?
Well, that's, even Traverse City, I think they welcome it.
Not on
We're
this part
not
of
on
town.
that side of town.
Oh, fancy side of town.
It was east side.
Maybe put it in the living room then, and then make her take it up, put it up, and take it down every day.
Jesse's 2-man tent he's got in the truck.
Yes. Yeah, that would be hilarious. This is the life you chose. This is how you want to be living. Here you go. We'll let you feel like this is.
Just turn the breaker box off so there's no electricity when we go to bed.
and then like
Those glow in the dark stars. Put them on the.
whenever she's sleeping, whatever time it is, just start blaring music, gangster rap. But I thought this is how we live in.
Oh, she
life.
likes that stuff though. Didn't you hear about the Tupac concert up in her bedroom one day? Oh gosh. I mean, we couldn't even wait like a couple hours till we go to bed. Literally 6 minutes. We say goodnight, we lay down. Well, we don't just lay down and pass out. We're sitting there on our phones and next thing you know, you're like, is that weed? Here she is in her room. Head, legs crossed, Snoop Dogg blaring, just.
The D-O-double-G.
What do you mean? I ain't smoking no joint. What's in your fingers?
Oh my god!
Dilapidated.
And right, we're sober. Someone could light a joint 100 feet down that way, and I'm like, I
Yeah.
can smell
Oh
it.
yeah. I was driving through town on my way home last night, and somebody driving next to me down Front Street had it. Like,
I know. It just like I can smell it a mile away.
obviously. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The Recovery Dads thing is fun though, and if you've never listened to one of those episodes, you can check it out recoverydads.com. But yeah, we're gonna have videos, and I figured the pancakes, because there are people out there that would be potential listeners that might have a 3 or 4 year old, and maybe their pancakes suck. Maybe they use the old box. Well, I'll show you how to make some good ones.
And Jesse and I are going to be like, and then if you're not sure where it is, you take the knife and you slice the pillow like this. Make sure to use WD-40 when putting the hinges back into the door. And we're just going to be like overly like happy the whole time and be like, and this is how you take your door off the hinges
I don't know. Got to start somewhere.
with a lot of
think-
thumbs up and like cheesy smiles. Yeah.
I think it's great for all of you guys to do this and the Recovery Dads and just be together, the dads, getting it off your chest, talking about what you're talking about. I think, hey, Marnie, I think me and you need to start Recovery Moms.
There you go, Marnie. There's a challenge for you.
She has one more thing on her plate.
I know.
Yeah.
She's busy.
Yeah.
She's like, me and Mitch were talking about this last night. She's like superhero.
Yeah.
She's awesome. She's a super mom. Like in the middle of the night, she's changing diapers, and like Parker will wake up. And I'll be like, "Ugh, Parker, just calm down." Or when I say dumb shit, whatever it is. And Marnie's like, changing diapers, and it's okay, honey. Back to bed. I'm like, what just happened? Oh, hello? All right.
He's like, I think Parker needs a diaper change. She's like, done. We're going back to sleep
And then
now.
the cat comes and jumps on me. I'm like, you son of a bitch. You know? No, she's got this human she's like keeping alive over there. And I'm like bitching about the cat. This is like, okay, dude.
Well, then she goes and does like 2 different jobs too, you know, and it's
3 kind of technically.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's yeah.
And she's packing your
awesome.
lunches and making dinner and cleaning the house and laundry. And I'm just like,
Going to the store, shopping.
yeah, I'm like, do you sleep?
the least you could do, Corey, is be there for the dinner when she makes it.
That's what I do, bro. For the most part, I try to get home for that.
There was that one day, last week?
I did.
Yeah.
I did tell Mitch though. I'm like, yeah, she's a superhero. I said, you know what? I'm at the end of the mom life where I'm burnt out, tired. I don't even got that energy to do any of that shit anymore.
Dang.
I can go to work, come home, and I'm spent.
I feel that, though. Yep. I feel that.
Yeah, Marnie, we were going to do a podcast the other day, and it's just kind of hard having that studio right down in the basement. You know, all that equipment and microphones and stuff. It's just hard to get down there. And then it depends what mood Lil Man's in. You know, is it going to be one of those where we start it and then he's just like, nope, you're not doing one, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But then, like, I was not feeling well because my sinuses, and she was like, let's go do a podcast. And I'm like, No, I was like, sounding like this. I'm like, but we don't. She's like, oh, for real? You don't want to do one? I was like, no, I don't. Actually, no. I just want to go to sleep.
Yeah. What happens?
Yeah. But I don't know. Marnie will get on one soon. But yeah, you guys should start one. I'll help you. Whatever you need.
Studio in your basement.
That's what you want? Or what are you talking about?
That's where we'll have to do it.
Yeah, that's there. It's collecting dust.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to
Cool.
call it? Well, you guys have to come up with that, and then we'll make the official announcement here.
She wants to be recovery moms. Play off the back.
Yeah. But then they're going to outdo us. You realize that?
Yeah.
They're going to actually have videos and how to do shit and like
It's going to be actual stuff.
makes
not
sense.
Tearing apart your kids' pillows and stuffed animals to look for.
Here's how to make a bottle with formula. Bloop, bloop, shake it. There you go.
They're going to be all over TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. All of them. Yeah. Outdoing all of us.
And like some super looking stud dudes are going to be like, hey, looking for a wife. Your husband's stupid.
Taken.
Like, yeah, look at all this money and boats I got.
Not cool.
I bought an island last month.
Don't care.
You want an iPhone 20? I got them.
No.
It's not even out yet. I know. No guy.
Oh.
You want to
Yeah.
go to dinner in Mexico this weekend? We just fly down there on my jet.
Busy.
Where do you want to go to dinner tonight? Italy? Sure.
Outback? Nah, I meant like
Australia.
Greece somewhere. Oh. You ever had Indian food from India? Oh. Let's go.
Just to have a jet. to do
Pierre.
that, yeah.
Pierre and Jeff, get the jets ready. You can take your own, that we can come back soon. We'll just FaceTime on our iPhone 20s.
Oh, man. That's a lifestyle. People do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, crazy.
And we're just looking for some money to get people to treatment. If you want to donate, those people aren't listening to this podcast because they don't have a problem.
Just take one less trip in your private jet. Send us
Right.
that cash.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I don't know.
But anyway, thanks for listening. We'll wrap it up. But I'm glad that we did a podcast today for people who follow 217 Recovery. And thank you for listening. It really helps us, I guess. If you got something out of today's episode, then that's awesome.
Or at least a good laugh, right?
Yeah, we talk a
Laughter's
little
key.
recovery, and we talk about some fun stuff and some off the wall stuff because, yeah, got to every once in a while.
And it's Friday the 13th. Be safe out there.
Yes, and enjoy your recovery. If you're in recovery, if not, well,
It is recovery month.
Yeah, does that too. Which we talk about in Recovery Dads. All right. So, are you done? You're worse than me. Is this a Corey thing? Can't wrap up a podcast?
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Bye. See ya.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. Listen to over 900 episodes on the 217 Recovery app that's free in your app store or online at 217recovery.com.